exercised more, I cut my calories more, and I gained another 5 pounds because what I did is I increased my stress hormones, and those stress hormones suppressed my thyroid hormone, which was the true reason why I was packing on all the pounds.
Are you all hearing this? This is why we're doing the show today. You're working hard to lose weight. Your fat's not budging. It is not your fault, though. It's the biology of blubber. And we're going to show you how to navigate that biology of blubber, how to nudge it in the right direction. So how do you know if your hormones are out of whack? Well, to find out, we gave our studio audience the Reset Your Hormones quiz before the show. We posted a full one on DrOz.com, but I want you to get a few of these answers with me today so we can evaluate them together. Question number 1. Is your hair brittle, thinning, or falling out? Everyone at home can answer too. Question number 2. Do you experience gas, bloating, heartburn, diarrhea, or constipation? All those intestinal things that make you feel like you're fat. Question number 3. Do you feel stressed out, anxious, or fatigued? Question number 4. Do you skip meals? Be honest. And question number 5. Do you have belly fat? It's one of the most challenging questions of all. A lot of people in the audience are nodding their head. At least they're feeling their bellies, they're not sure. So if you have answered yes to 3 or more of these questions, please stand up. I should have asked the folks who didn't to not stand up. All right, well, thank you for being honest. Have a seat, because this show is for you. We're going to help you figure out exactly how hormones are playing a role in driving you in the wrong direction. So what does that mean if you've got 3 or more answers to these questions as affirmative?
Well, look at that. Everybody in the audience stood up. These symptoms of imbalance are so common, we think they're normal. Recognize these symptoms mean you're going to struggle with weight loss, you're going to struggle with keeping it off. You need to stop thinking about losing weight. You need to start focusing on restoring balance, because when you do that, your health is restored and weight loss is a wonderful side effect.
Let me explain what that imbalance does to the fat, since you brought that up. And again, think about that. It's about the balance, not about the fat. The fat will come off by itself. Here's why. This is an example of what your body looks like. This is how I see your body. It's a matrix of hormones, and they're all working together in this incredibly complex, intricate, very delicate system. These little building blocks, each of them represents hormones. And there are all kinds of hormones. You don't have to remember the names, but they send complex instructions to the body. And they tell the body to hold on to fat or to allow the fat to go, to get rid of it. If you're eating the wrong meal without realizing it, your insulin begins to spike, and it goes haywire. And does it cause cortisol to fall down? No. You have enough other hormones helping you out, and you can deal with it. But the stress and the extra eating that you did because of it will take the insulin out of the picture, so you lose this as a supporting structure. So you stay hungry. And then you get stressed out, you don't like the way you're feeling about life, and that changes all kinds of things, including the fact that you begin to overeat so much that your leptin, another hormone maybe you haven't heard of before, but it tells your brain that you got fat in your hips. Your brain stops listening to it, and it's gone. It's no longer supporting you. And then you skip breakfast. See, it's one thing after another. When you take the breakfast out of the equation, now you get hungry when you're not supposed to. That controls ghrelin. It goes out of whack. It's not there to control your hunger, and all it takes is 1 or 2 hormones out of balance to throw the whole system off and cause this body to come crashing down and start holding on to its fat. Your stress, your anxiety, there's the lack of sleep. It affects all these hormones, right? But you know what? I know those are hard to control. That's okay, because it turns out the best way to balance your hormones and to stop that from happening is with food. So Dr. Turner, why is it that this is such a big problem for women, especially when they get past the age of 35?
We're all become more prone to hormonal imbalance as we age. Unfortunately, it is part of the normal process. However, stress has become the #1 cause of hormonal imbalance. Stress of over-exercising, cutting our calories, not sleeping enough. Also, we have the accumulation of hormones that are toxic to our system. Toxic estrogen packs on more weight on your hips, on your breast area. That's also the case for men too. Any man with more belly fat will have more toxic estrogen, toxic cortisol, and toxic insulin. All these hormones will make us walk around the master fat packing conditioning.
So how fast do we reset our hormones and begin to burn off that fat?
It happens so quickly. I tell my patients, you can change your hormonal state by your very next meal, which is so encouraging. If you give your body the right tools, it will respond. And you'll know, because you won't have cravings, you won't feel tired after eating, you'll sleep better, you'll have less belly fat, you'll even wake up in the morning with better energy. how nice is it to get rid of that obsession with food? And that's what happens when you balance your hormones.
All right, now that you know what your hormones can do, you need to put them to work for you. So coming up, how can you start melting fat fast? My plan is next.
Up next, the key to reset your body so you can melt fat fast.
What you eat and when you eat it impacts your hormones.
The best foods to cut cravings.
Tells your brain that you weren't full.
And later, a 3-day detox cleanse.
I did it. I loved it. I lost 2 pounds.
They lost even more. Don't go away. The 7